Hello world, my name is Dennis, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the Canon R50V. I'm super excited. Let's get into it, guys. Alright, I'm super excited. So we're going to be unboxing the super beautiful Canon R50V. Now this is Canon's answer to the Sony ZV-E10 Mark I and Mark II. It's primarily a content creation or vlogging camera. Before we get started, I just want to say Canon did send the EOS R50V out to me to test and review. So I want to say a big thank you to Canon, but this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. So I'm basically going to unbox the camera today, and then in future videos, we're going to test it out. We're probably going to use it to vlog. We're going to try on a different lens that I would like to use with this camera. Without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. So this is what the box looks like. The packaging is really super cool, I think. So this is the kit that you would get with the lens. You can purchase the camera body only. I think it's $650. I'm not sure what the kit is with the lens. I would suggest purchasing the camera with the lens because it's only an additional $200, I believe. If you buy the lens separately, it's like a $330 purchase. So this is a new lens too, so we'll get into that. But yeah, let's get to the unboxing. So let's open up the box here. Packaging is pretty cool here. So first of all, we have typical literature talking about registering your product. You can use imaging.canon. This must be an app. There's also Camera Connect. So this must be the various apps that you can download to your phone or your iPad or whatever. So you can transfer video, use the camera as a webcam or control the camera probably through the app. Warranty information, and then a very large, thick, I guess this is kind of instruction manual. So that's first thing. Under this other flap, I'm seeing a Canon camera strap. Cool. This is okay. Battery charger, very nice. It's a wall outlet. Very cool. I'm glad that Canon is including battery chargers. Yes, thank you, Canon. That's really awesome. Kudos to Canon. Oh, and then on this other top flap here, this must be the battery. Yep, battery. So that's there. It is the LPE17. Hopefully you can see that there. Very small battery. Curious what the battery life is on this camera, if it's using this little tiny battery. But cool. Comes with a little protector thing there. So that was the top portion. Let's open up the rest of the camera box here. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that on the Insta360, but packaged pretty nice. So let's take out, this must be the lens. So let's take out the lens first. So I don't know if you can see that, but the way they package the lens is really nice. Just slide that out. Cool. Take out the... Ooh. All right, so this is the Canon RFS 14-30 lens. So this is the new lens that they released alongside the Canon EOS R50V. It is a power zoom lens, so you can probably see that here. So from my understanding, you can control the zoom through just the lens barrel here, or there is now a zoom rocker thing on the camera. So that's really cool. But so I'm not sure what the breakdown is. I know it's an APS-C camera. This is made for APS-C sensors. So I think Canon is a 1.6 crop. I'll put it here. What the 35mm full frame equivalent would be right here. I'll just put that there. And then there's the lens cap. There's the lens. This is a pretty large lens. Got the connectors there. Pretty nice overall looking. One thing I'm noticing though, is that this did not come with a lens hood. It's just the lens caps. It's not too big. I mean, it was bigger than what I was expecting. That's what she said. But anyways, that's the lens. I'm excited about that lens because, you know, it's giving you a wider field of view than the typical like 24 to whatever. 14 converts to 22, so it's slightly wider than what I'm used to with a kit lens. All right, so onto the camera. It's like a brick. Okay, so looks like a giant bar of soap. Ooh, that's beautiful. Holy crap, look at that camera. This is the Canon EOS R50V, everybody. Initial thoughts, I really like this design. It kind of looks like they took inspiration from the Sony FX30 or FX3, that type. It looks like a professional cinema type video camera. That's cool. It just looks really awesome. So quick thing, it's very light. This thing, it's so light and it's so small. Like I wear size large gloves. Like, look at that thing. That's pretty crazy. Here's the front of the camera. One thing I think is really cool is the record button. We got one record button on the top of the camera, which is typical. And then we have a record button on the front because, again, this is expected to be kind of like a vlogging / content creation camera. So instead of having to reach around or reach on top and whatever second guess where you're pressing, you have a record button right there. So that's really, really cool. And then you have your lens release here. Let's open this up so you can take a look at the sensor. All right, ooh, that looks pretty. It's such a wide diameter, like, lens mount. I think that's what surprised me about the lens is it's such a wide diameter. But that looks pretty. Look at that thing. The grip, see the grip there? It's not a large grip, but there is a grip there and it's textured. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if it feels like a rubber. So it continues onto the side and then here is plastic. So it's nice that they kind of kept that theme. While we're on the side here, we have a quarter mount thread here. And because it's a content creation camera, you can obviously mount it normal with the 1/4 inch stud on the bottom there, but you can also mount it vertically. So that way you can do your TikTok or your Instagram reels. And then the cool thing about that is you can flip out your screen and then mount it like this so you can see yourself. Here's the top of the camera. You have this I guess is the shutter button and the record button. So it's just one, which a lot of people do that anyways. They'll program their shutter button to be a record button. So that's kind of cool that they just combine them. And then here is the zoom rocker. I really like that they use these type of brackets for your lanyard, camera strap, or wrist strap. I guess this is the microphone, the built-in microphone. There is the hot shoe right there. And from what I understand, this is it's like an electronic hot shoe. I don't know exactly what the right term is, but it doesn't have the typical like connectors there. So from my understanding, you can't hook up like multi or universal flashes. This is only a like Canon specific hot shoe, I guess, from my understanding. Again, it's good that there is at least for me, like a cold shoe so I can mount my microphone. You'll notice that there is the mode dial. It's all video centered. There's one mode for photography and that's it. Everything else is either for video or is it S and Q? Do they call it? Yeah. Oh, S and F. So slow and fast. Allows you to shoot time lapses and slow motion. but that is going to be kind of rendered within the camera, so you don't have to record like 120 frames per second and then slow it down yourself in post. This will create the video file for you, even the time lapse, and it will just kind of render it as a movie file for you. So that's really cool. I always love when camera companies include that feature in your camera. You have a regular video mode, then you have 3 custom video settings. There's a A+ one, which is, I'm assuming, like their auto mode, I guess. There's a scene mode, which I'm excited to test because I think that incorporates the product showcase mode. It's not called product showcase on here, it's something else, but that's a feature in that custom scene mode. There's other modes within that. I don't know what they are, but I know that was one of the advertised features of this camera. There's a live button. So I guess this has like 3 methods that you can use to live stream. I'm assuming through one of those apps that we saw in the little paperwork. I'm assuming through plugging USB-C and then also probably HDMI. But this will give you quick access to your live streaming menu system, I'm assuming. We have a lock button on the top. And then we have mode downhill, probably for aperture or shutter speed. And then the on-off switch. I like that. Boom, 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 on-off switch right there. Let's do the bottom real quick. It's pretty simple, 1/4-inch mount there to mount on tripods. And then the little battery compartment there. And then also, so your SD card slot is in the battery door. So 1 SD card slot, not 2, but sufficient. For this price point, for $650 for the camera body, it's a pretty well-designed camera body, I would say. So let's go to this side of the camera. So we have a mic jack and headphone jack, and I guess a remote socket, all under one door. So you can see them there. And then at the bottom we have an HDMI. I'm going to show you that first. HDMI and I guess the USB-C power supply. There's what that looks like. All right, so this is the back of the camera. We got a flip out screen. You can rotate it out. You can also rotate it, so it's fully rotational. So you can also have it this way. So you got the menu button and also the playback button in that top corner there. Right off the bat, I really like these indentations in the body. So it's easy to grab the screen and then do whatever you need and then just snap it back. And then also, if you look at the screen, I don't know if you can see that, there's little notches on the outer part of the screen too. So it's even easier to grab it. I like that the hinge quality looks pretty good. It doesn't look cheap or crappy. But yeah, it feels pretty solid as I'm, you know, flinging the screen open and closed and twisting it and stuff like that. It's good. It's designed pretty well. I like it. There's a AF on button there, and then I don't know what that icon is. It looks like a phone. This is cool. So they have a dedicated color button so that you'll be able to access your color profiles and whatnot through there. And then I'm pretty sure this Canon EOS R50V has C-Log 3, which is Canon's log profile. So that's cool that that has that in here for a, you know, budget-friendly $650 camera body. That's cool to have. And I think that's also why this is kind of targeted towards content creators or vloggers, or they figure people that are using this camera are going to be grading their footage. There's also HLG on here. There's a plethora of stuff. There's even they have like preset color filters that you can apply, like a teal and gold. What is it? Teal and orange, or I don't know what they're called, but they have those in there that you can record your footage with, and that's kind of baked into your footage. If you don't want to color grade, they already have those kind of like preset for you, so that's really awesome. Then of course you get the standard Canon colors, like standard, neutral, portrait, landscape, blah, blah, blah. They have all that in here, so it's really cool. Info button there. The quick set button is the center of that dial there. They have this rotational thing here, probably to adjust. You could probably customize it, but to adjust your aperture, shutter speed, I don't know. But then yeah, there's other stuff on there I'm not gonna look at them, but yeah. I'm assuming you can custom set these like all other cameras, but let's throw the battery in here. Let's power this bad boy on. But there's what the screen looks like. Let's do info so you can see what else you got a level display, you got a histogram, that's cool. And then you could do nothing, sorry, oh, it's got the I can see on the reflection from the screen. It's got eye autofocus on, that's cool. And then you got this cool quick settings look at everything. And then kind of a typical there. Let's test out the zoom. So this being a power zoom, we can zoom. Oh, I did not realize that. So this is an internal zoom. As I go zoom in and zoom out, it's all internal. So that's cool. So if you want to set this up on a gimbal or something, it's not gonna adjust. You don't have to keep, adjusting it on your gimbal. It's zooming in and out. So just so you can see, so it is zooming in and out, and yeah, it's all internal. So that's actually really cool. I did not know that about this lens. I was assuming it was gonna extend, but it does not. So that's really awesome. You can also zoom in and out through the little toggle switch up here. So I just wanna make sure, yep, zoom in, zoom out. So you can actually see the elements, I think, hopefully you can see that inside the lens working as you zoom in and out. But it's all happening inside. And from my understanding, you can adjust the speed of the zoom. I think this is the default. All right, guys, so I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I didn't mean for it to be like a review or a deep dive into the specs of the camera. It was more of just an unboxing, but I plan on doing more videos about the Canon EOS R50V in the future. Maybe we'll do a what my settings are video. Maybe we'll do a vlog. We'll for sure do a vlog with this because I have a lens on order for this camera that I'm gonna try out with it. We'll probably do a vlog with this lens. I plan on doing more content with this camera just to put it through its paces. Again, Canon did send me this camera to test out and review, so this is one of many videos I'll be making about this camera. But overall, for the camera body, for a $650 budget-friendly content creation camera, I think I'm happy with it. I think based on them trying to be as economical and not cutting costs, but maybe just bringing the price down to make it accessible to people that are looking for their first camera to do content creation, like vlogs or TikToks or whatever, Instagram Reels or whatever you're doing, even for photography. This can take photos too. But this has a lot of cool features in it. I think for $650 for the body only is definitely worth it. If you already have some Canon RF glass that you adapt to this, or RFS glass, it's worth it. But yeah, I mean, if you are looking to get the kit, the 14-30 lens is pretty cool. Again, we'll do more tests with it, with the lens and the camera body. Yeah, overall the body feels solid. It's primarily plastic. I don't know if it's got a magnesium alloy body. I've heard different things from different reviewers out there, but it feels pretty solid. It doesn't necessarily feel cheap. It is very light. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's cheap or anything like that. It feels good. Again, like the buttons, all the buttons feel good. All the dials feel good. They don't feel cheap or anything like that. The screen, again, felt really good. It felt pretty solid. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with how the body is of the EOS R50V. If you'd like to see future content about the Canon EOS R50V, please like and subscribe. Comment down below any questions you might have about the camera itself. Let me know if you plan on getting the R50V and what you plan on using it for. All right, so that is gonna do it for today's video, guys. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyable. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.